If you've ever watched the show Severance, then you know the character Milchick. He's not a villain in the cartoon sense. He smiles, he praises, he throws waffle parties. And he always reminds you, you're doing great, until you're not. And then suddenly he's there to correct, to contain, to remind you who's in charge. This is how some high control groups work. Maybe not with fire and brimstone, but with permission. You're not told directly who you can and can't talk to. Instead, someone in authority smiles and says, it's okay to still be friends with them. They're still part of the community. No one is in trouble. And it sounds comforting, but what it really does is determines the boundary of thought. Just like Milchick, you're not in trouble. We're just clarifying. Here's the move. You have a conversation, something normal, human, private. You start to feel tense. Maybe it wasn't approved. And then you're reassured. Oh, don't worry. Nobody's in trouble. Now you're relieved, but also watched. This is Milchick energy. I'm not mad. I'm just here to keep things harmonious. Let's be blunt. Adults don't need permission to be friends with one another. When someone says, you're not in trouble for having met with that person, what they're really saying is, we were watching, you passed this time. That's not community. That's containment with a smile. That's spiritual surveillance disguised as paternalistic care. This is textbook high control behavior, and it maps to the bite model. Behavior control. You're given quiet signals about who it is safe to talk to. Maybe it's not an explicit rule, but it's an atmosphere. Information control. The narrative is already being shaped. You can be part of it, or you can be under it. Thought control. Instead of being asked why you're anxious, you're told not to be anxious. Emotional control. They create the tension and then play the hero for releasing it. Milchick throws the party after reminding you he's the boss. What this kind of system does over time is it severs you from yourself. You start to split. The public self, agreeable, careful, easy to manage. Your private self, uncertain, increasingly anxious, self-censoring. And you wait for permission to be real, but that permission never comes. So if you ever find yourself thinking, I hope it's okay that I spoke to this person. I hope I don't get in trouble. I hope I'm still in good standing. Ask yourself, who made you think that your relationships required authorization? Because once you start to need permission to be human, you're not in a spiritual communion. You're in the equivalent of Luman from Severance. So fuck the waffle party, fuck asking for permission, take yourself back. That doesn't come from somebody telling you that you're safe. It comes from refusing to need their approval in the first place.